What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be recording right now. When I tell y'all, I've been having like the longest, I don't know the last time I uploaded, but like ever since I uploaded the last time, I've been having so much going on as far as like tests, just a lot of things going on with school. I've had so many projects due. I actually just got done taking my third test for my pharm class and my med surg class. So when I tell y'all, I've just been literally going back and forth. I just had the urge. I was like, you know what? I just got done taking this test today. I'm going to go straight home and I'm going to go ahead and record. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and just jump straight into the video. Okay, so just like the title says, this video is for my pre-nursing students. And guys, when I say pre-nursing, I kind of want to entail like high school students as well, because I feel like preparing for nursing school kind of starts in high school. And with me saying that, I actually have all of my little tips here on my phone. So we're going to start off with our tip 1. And that's why I say that kind of ties into high school. Starting early. When I tell y'all, there's so many things I wish I would have known when I was in high school that I felt like could have benefited me, I guess, to a sense. And when I say that, I kind of mean it's really important to do your research. But let me say this, little disclaimer. I'm proud and so happy and honestly wouldn't want to be anywhere else when it comes to the nursing school I'm at now. But as far as like maybe taking a different path, so to speak, I feel like I could have saved, just from my own personal experience, I feel like I could have saved a little bit more money if I would have taken like different routes. And when I say that, I've actually had friends that maybe went the route as far as like taking a community college first and then transferring into the nursing school we're at now, and they saved a lot of money that way. But I mean, if you're looking for the full college experience like I was, I went straight into a 4-year university, got my college experience while I was, doing my prereqs, and then came into high school. But okay, so back on to starting early. Do your research. You want to make sure you're getting into a good nursing program. Like I've said before, you always want to outweigh your pros and cons. Well, why is this nursing school known? And if it is known, what is it known for? Just looking at reviews, looking up YouTube videos, obviously, and even just taking trips up to the nursing school, taking tours. That's very important because you want to make sure that you're in an environment where, you feel comfortable. And something else as well, accelerated programs. I never knew about accelerated programs until like I actually got into a nursing program. So, there are ways around, like if you're all about, okay, I want to hurry up, get this done, get my degree, then an accelerated program may be for you. There's just different things that, you know who you are as a person. Let's just say you're not, financially all the way there. You may want to do the community college route if you want that full college experience. While you're taking your prereqs, you may want to do what I did. Go ahead and just start off straight in a 4-year university. And then again, if you just want to hurry up and get that degree, you just may want to do accelerated programs. But it is very important to do, your research and make sure the nursing school is a good nursing school. Like, you want to be glad that you have, when you tell someone, oh, my degree is from such and such, like, you want to be glad to tell someone that. Because some nursing schools just be handing out their degrees like it's nothing. But no, yeah, just make sure you're doing your research. So my second tip, and this is for my high school students who are kind of looking into, you want to go into nursing school. This tip is for you guys. Taking your college classes in high school. I honestly, just saying that, it just aggravates me. I honestly wish I would have took that a little bit more serious. Like, I knew my high school had like the dual credit classes, but I just never took it serious because I didn't fully understand dual credit as far as like how it works, and it would be transferring over and this and that. I really didn't know. So, you want to talk to your counselor. Hopefully you have a helpful counselor. I really didn't. Anyways, but you want to talk to your counselor, and even if you already know what nursing school you want to go into, and you know what classes may transfer over from your high school dual credit program, go ahead and take those classes, get them out the way, so that way when you get into college, that's like one less class you have to worry about. And something I want to emphasize, I took this in high school actually, and I will say it was pretty beneficial, like a medical terminology class. So that way, you kind of have an idea slightly of some terminology before you actually even get into your prereqs period. So something else that I actually want to point out as far as the dual credit classes, I'm glad I just read it. You want to make sure that you're not just taking a class and it doesn't transfer over. So by that, I mean, if you already know what college you want to go to, you want to maybe go to their admissions office, get a list and see what classes actually transfer over, because you don't want to waste your time in high school and then try to transfer those classes over and they don't transfer over. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure it's going to count, so you're not wasting time. The next tip I have is, so you're back in prereqs. Boom, here we go. You want to make sure that you set your GPA as high as you can. And I feel like I've said this before, but you want to make sure that you set your GPA as high as you can. So that way, when you get into actual nursing school, let's just say you need something to fall back on, your GPA is not extremely low. So, 3.0, anything above like a 3.2, you'll be good. So that way you have some cushion to fall back on. But I would like to say that may be different from transfer students. And so what I mean by that is so I don't know, let's use an example here. So let's just say you go to ABC University and you want to transfer to RST College of Nursing. Your GPA may stay at ABC University and not transfer over with you to the actual nursing school. So what I mean by that is your GPA may start over. So you may not have the opportunity. Yeah, that your GPA being high is going to be beneficial to you because it's going to help you. You're going to have a greater chance of actually getting into nursing school. But if that GPA drops and it doesn't come with you when you actually get into nursing school, it may be a little bit different. So once you actually start your nursing classes, you want to make sure you take those very seriously, because your GPA is starting fresh. You don't want to start extremely low. But if me, for example, like me, I started my prereqs at the same university that has the nursing school, so my GPA transferred over with me to nursing school. So again, make sure you're setting your GPA as high as you can, so that way you have something to fall back on just in case. And even if you don't need nothing to fall back on, like you do absolutely amazing in nursing school, having a GPA in itself is very beneficial. Scholarships, jobs, internships. There's so many things that having a high GPA could able you to do. The next thing, stay organized and have a study schedule. I would say do that, because that kind of preps you for nursing school, because once you actually get into nursing school, there's so much stuff going on. There's so many projects not projects, but there's so many presentations. Well, in my semester, there's so many presentations. You have all these tests to worry about. Then you have your clinical to worry about. You have care plans to worry about. So if you go ahead, I feel like success is all about routine. So if you go ahead and set a routine before you even get into nursing school, you're so used to being organized, you're so used to setting a schedule, then once you actually start nursing school, you'll be ready and you'll know how to go ahead and prioritize, and you can do this, you can do that, you have this amount of time to get this done. Just making it a habit will benefit you when you actually get into nursing school. So you want to make sure you stay organized, have binders. I don't care how old you are, you can have a backpack full of binders, dividers, whatever you need, paper, pens, like all those things you need to be successful, have it, because when you get into nursing school, you want to already have it as a habit, so that way, it comes easy to you. The next tip I have is do not procrastinate. I feel like all my tips kind of prepare you for nursing school. You definitely don't want to wait till the last minute to study for anything, because when you're cramming and you're cramming and you're cramming and you wait till the night before to study for a test, 9 times out of 10 you're not going to do as great had you study throughout the week or study throughout the 2 weeks that you had. Just don't wait till the last minute, because I'm telling you, when you get into nursing school and you try to wait till the last minute, it won't work. It won't work. Okay, so the next tip I have, it is about reviewing. So here's the thing with reviewing, and it's crazy because I actually just did a presentation on this last week or the week before. I don't know. Anyways, so the thing about review is this is not a time to actually like try to learn the material. By the time you start reviewing, you should already have a good idea of what you're covering. So I look at review as self-testing. So if you have your flashcards made, you have your charts and your diagrams, you're reviewing them. But the thing with this is, okay, so for example, with your flashcards, you want to have a know pile and a don't know pile. So, you know, you're going through your flashcards, there, guys, there's absolutely no reason. If you know cards, there's no reason, like if you know the information that's on the cards, there's absolutely no reason to continuously go over them. You want to put those in your know piles. So then that way you can focus on what you don't know versus what you already know. There's no reason to waste time, you know? So making sure, you know, with your flashcards, like I said, have that know pile and the don't know pile. With the charts and the diagrams, maybe cover them up. Say, okay, what is supposed to be in this spot? What's supposed to be in this spot? And just go from there. And then also with reviewing, this should not be an all-day process. This should be a very short, you know, not long type of thing. You're just reviewing. You're not going over, or you're not putting more information into, you know, into your head. So you want to try to self-test and review as much as you can. Anytime you learn new material, you want to go ahead and start testing on it. So that way, by that time, when it's time to actually, you know, take the test on it, you've already, you know, kind of gotten accustomed to, you know, what you're supposed to know. And then another thing with reviewing is questions. And I know this kind of, when I think about it, I feel like I do it more in nursing school than I did in my prereqs, but I feel like if I would have did it in my prereqs, maybe it would have helped me a little bit more. Questions are so important. So when you learn some new information, you review on it, then you want to do questions on it. Google some questions. Just look anything up that's in regards to the subject in which you're learning, and just do, you know, if you're in prereqs, just questions on how, you know, questions in the format that your teacher makes them. But if you're in nursing school, and then once you actually get into nursing school, you want to make sure you're doing your questions in the NCLEX style. My next tip is try not to take a bunch of science classes in one semester or at the same time. So my university, they actually didn't really allow this, and they didn't really like for you to take the important science classes, so like your AMPs and your microbiologies. They didn't really like you to take them in mini-mesters or like during the summertime, because that's a lot of information, especially anatomy. That's a lot of information to try to learn in such a short amount of time. So try not to take so many in one semester, because, you know, you can't really focus. I feel like you can't really, I just feel like you can't take AMP1 and AMP2 at the same time, unless your teachers have some type of correlation going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's beneficial to take AMP1 one semester and AMP2 the next semester. Like, I know everybody wants to get their stuff done. I know you want to get your degree, get in the field, start actually working, have that nursing degree in your hands. But at the end of the day, guys, you have to look at it as long as you get there, it doesn't matter how long it takes you. You know, just don't rush, because at the end of the day, sometimes rushing can hurt you. And let's just say you're rushing with your AMP1 and AMP2 classes. You need that information in nursing school. So since you rushed in your prereqs, you can't actually recall the information because you just decided to take a mini-mester during your Christmas break of your AMP2 classes. Like, I don't even know if that's allowed, but that's just, it's so much information to try to learn in a short amount of time. And I honestly and truly do not recommend it at all. My next tip is going to be enjoy your free time while you can, while you're taking your prereqs. Yes, I really want you to take your prereqs serious, but at the same time, the lifestyle that you have at your prereqs is not necessarily the same as in nursing school. You're not going to have as much free time. Some events or parties that you may go to when you're in your prereqs, you may not be able to do that in actual nursing school. So you want to enjoy your time while you can. And I'm not saying like when you're in nursing school you can't go out at all. By no means am I saying that, because if I'm saying that, then I'm speaking against myself. But you want to make sure, enjoy your free time while you can, because you're not going to have as much free time when you actually get into nursing school. My next tip is going to be, this is really important. I feel like this is one of the most important ones. networking is really important, and this aims if you're already taking your prereqs, so not for high school students, which it kind of can, but this is really for those of you who are already in college taking your prereqs. It's really important to network, and networking in college, I feel like in general is just important. You want to make sure you're getting your foot in the door. You know, you're joining organizations, and if you're a pre-nursing major, there's no reason why you should not be in a nursing organization. I know the nursing the main campus where I came from, there's a nursing organization that you actually have to be a part of because you need community service hours from that specific organization to get into our nursing school. So I just feel like there's no reason why you shouldn't be involved. You know, because your career and kind of involves you giving service to others in the field. So I feel like you should, you know, go ahead and get an early start and just, you know, join an organization. Stay on top of things, be informed, know what's going on in the healthcare field. Also, another important thing, I mean, to get into nursing school, I know for my nursing school and for many other nursing schools, you're going to need a recommendation letter. So getting a recommendation letter, let's just say from someone who's in the nursing department that already looks good. So if you're already, you know, get your foot in the door, make yourself know, make it seem like this is something you really want. Like at the end of the day, nothing is going to stop you. You're going to do what you can, how you can, to get it done the way it's supposed to. Okay, and then I think, yeah, my last tip is, and this one is really close to, well, not really close to me, but it's really important. Let's just say that. You know your strengths and your weaknesses. You know how you deal with stress. You know how you study. You know how your grades look at the end of the day. You know how your GPA looks. So I think a big thing is listening to others to a sense. So if you're in your prereqs right now, and let's just say you know someone who is in nursing school besides myself. You know someone who's in nursing school and they're like, oh, this is so hard. Like, I wish I would have never done this or this, and that. Like, nothing but negativity about nursing school. Try not to listen to those people. I will say, yes, nursing school is hard, but it is very, very, very doable. You just have to, you know, change little things that you're used to in your prereqs, but it's very doable. I try not to listen so much to the people who are above me. When I was in my prereqs, I try not to listen to those people who are already out here at nursing school because it would be really intimidating, and it would honestly make me so scared to even like want to come out to nursing school, because all I ever heard was, oh, this is so hard, like this is nothing like you've ever thought, this is going to be, you know, the hardest time in your life, and which it is. But at the end of the day, everyone has their own experience of their own. Like, how you handle it, how I handle it may not be the same as how you're going to handle it. You may think it's the easiest thing in the world. That information, that type of mindset, that critical thinking may come right to you. It may not be a problem at all. But let's just say for me, it's hard. So you got to look at it as, and that's with anything in life. I feel like everyone has their own experience. Yes, you can tell me how you feel about it, but at the end of the day, I'm not, like, you shouldn't allow it to intimidate you so much or make you feel some type of way towards it, because you really have to go through it. You really have to go through it yourself to really know. You know what I'm saying? Like, just try not to be scared. Try not to be anxious. It's really an exciting journey. I honestly feel like nursing school is building me into a better person, a stronger person. It's building my faith. There's so much stuff that nursing school is doing for me. Yes, it is hard. Yes, it is breaking me down. Like, yes, I've cried because I just felt like it was overwhelming. But at the end of the day, you learn to overcome all of that. You overcome all that, and then, like, you just feel like, dang, like, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is, you know, this is something that I have a passion for. So at the end of the day, like, nothing's gonna stop you. So I think that is it. That is my 10 tips for my pre-nursing students. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my videos, for subscribing. If you have any other topics you want me to cover, make sure you let me know. My social media links should be in the description. If they're not in the description, I'll know they'll be at the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, you're looking at the truth, the money never lies.